Welcome to our medical update. Today we will discuss important health trends.
Hey everyone, subscribe to Better Living Tips. Most people talk about protein powder like it's some magical shortcut to a perfect body, but the truth is far less dramatic and far more important. Today I'm breaking down exactly what protein powder does inside your body the moment you drink it, how it affects your muscles, your hormones, your metabolism, your digestion, your recovery, and why so many people still use it wrong. If you actually want results, listen carefully because the details matter more than the hype. When you look at a scoop of protein powder, it seems simple, but your body doesn't care about brand names, shiny labels, or fitness influencers making dramatic claims. Your body only cares about amino acids, digestion, absorption, and muscle repair. That's it. Everything else is noise. The moment the powder touches your tongue, enzymes in your saliva start breaking it down. It doesn't do much here, but the process begins. Once you swallow it, the powder travels down the esophagus into the stomach. Your stomach releases acid and enzymes that turn the powder into smaller chains of amino acids. This part is simple biology. If your stomach acid is weak, digestion slows. If your body is stressed, absorption suffers. But assuming your system is normal, the breakdown continues smoothly. Now the real story begins in the small intestine. This is where amino acids get absorbed into your bloodstream. Once they enter your blood, your body sends them everywhere, not just to your biceps. Your liver takes some, your organs take some, your immune system takes some. Whatever is left goes toward repairing muscle fibers that were damaged during training. If you didn't train hard enough, your body has very little reason to use those amino acids for muscle building. Instead, it'll use them for other repairs or convert the excess into energy. Protein powder doesn't build muscle. Training does. Protein just supports the process. But here's the part most people ignore. Muscle protein synthesis isn't happening all the time. It happens in windows. When you train, you create micro tears in your muscle fibers. Your body senses this damage and begins the repair process. Protein powder simply supplies raw materials. Nothing more. If your workout intensity is weak, the signal for growth is weak. If you lift heavy and push your limits, your body demands amino acids, and that's when protein powder helps. Without the stimulus, the powder is just an expensive snack. Inside your bloodstream, amino acids circulate and your cells absorb them based on priority. Your body runs on hierarchy, not preference. Your heart gets priority. Your brain gets priority. Your immune system gets priority. Muscles are last. That's why people who eat enough protein but don't train still stay weak. The body never sends extra amino acids to a muscle that doesn't need repair. Let's break down what your muscles actually do with protein. Your muscle fibers are made of actin and myosin protein filaments. When you train, you create stress and small damage in these structures. When amino acids reach your muscles, they get used to rebuild these filaments slightly thicker and stronger. Over weeks and months, this process creates visible muscle growth. This growth isn't dramatic at the start. It's slow. Protein powder doesn't speed it up magically. It just ensures there's enough supply so you don't fall behind. Now let's talk about the types of protein powder and what really matters. Whey concentrate is the most basic form. It contains lactose and fats along with protein. If you digest dairy well, this works fine. Whey isolate is more filtered, contains less lactose, and digests faster. That doesn't make it superior for everyone. It just makes it easier for people who get bloated from concentrate. Casein digests slowly and provides a steady release of amino acids. People use it at night, but if your total protein intake is already good, this doesn't matter much. Plant proteins like pea and soy are fine options. Soy won't mess with your hormones. That myth has been repeated for so long that people believe it without looking at actual research. Pea protein is slightly lower in certain amino acids, but if your diet is balanced, this isn't a problem. Blends are mostly marketing. Companies mix proteins, add fancy names, and charge more. The real difference between protein powders isn't the hype. It's the quality of processing, the presence of contaminants, and how your body tolerates the ingredients. Cheap powders often contain heavy metals or artificial fillers. That's not an internet rumor. Tests have shown it repeatedly. You don't need the most expensive tub, but you shouldn't buy the cheapest one either. Choose something with third-party testing. That alone removes most risks. Let's move to actual consumption. Most people overdose on protein powder because they think more equals better. One scoop is enough for most individuals. If you're extremely active, 2 scoops across the day is reasonable. Drinking 4 scoops is stupid. Your body can't use that much, so you're wasting money and stressing digestion. There's a limit to how much protein synthesizes into muscle in one go. The rest gets used for energy or excreted. Nothing magical happens beyond the limit. When the amino acids reach your muscles, the repairing process begins. Your body needs time. Muscle recovery doesn't happen instantly. It starts around 30 minutes after training and continues for up to 48 hours. Protein powder simply supports the process. If your sleep is trash, growth will be trash. If your hydration is weak, your recovery slows. If your training intensity sucks, your progress stops. Protein powder can't fix any of these issues. Now, let's talk about digestion. Some people get bloated, gassy, or uncomfortable after drinking protein powder. This usually happens for one of 3 reasons. Your gut bacteria don't handle lactose well. You're drinking it too fast. You chose a powder with artificial sweeteners that irritate your intestines. If protein powder upsets your stomach, the solution is simple. Change the type or change the brand. Don't force it. Your body is giving you feedback. Now let's look at what protein powder actually changes inside your body over weeks. After 1 week of consistent use, recovery improves slightly. You might feel less sore and less fatigued. After 2 weeks, your strength training feels smoother because your muscles have better amino acid availability. After 4 weeks, you'll notice real changes in body composition if your training and diet are consistent. Your metabolism becomes more active because muscle tissue burns more calories at rest. After 8 weeks, your progress becomes noticeable externally. Clothes fit better, your body feels firmer, and your lifts feel stronger. But this only happens if you're training hard. Protein powder alone never produces this effect. Now, what about dangers? For healthy individuals, high protein intake is safe. It doesn't damage kidneys unless you already have kidney disease. That myth refuses to die. The only real danger comes from contaminated powders or overconsumption. Replacing meals with powder is also stupid. You lose fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Powder is a supplement, not a meal. Timing also matters. Post-workout is the most efficient time to drink it because your muscles are highly sensitive to nutrients at that moment. Drinking it before sleep is fine, but not necessary. Drinking it randomly in the day works too, as long as you meet your total daily protein target. Now, let's talk about results. If you live properly, sleep enough, eat real food, drink water, and add 1 scoop post-workout, you'll finally see progress. Not overnight, not magically, but consistently. This is exactly how protein powder works inside your body. Nothing more, nothing less. Hey everyone, subscribe to Better Living Tips.